Okay, got cut off. Anyway, so that's why the towel is there. So just flip the switch to the on position. You'll know if it's on or off. Just honk the horn up here. If the horn is on, then you know the switch is on. Just don't leave that on for any extended period of time, because 6-volt batteries love to run down when they're not in use. So be sure you turn that off. And to test again, just turn it off and see it push the horn, and if the horn doesn't honk, it's off. Okay, so back up here. This switch on the dash here is a backlight for the speedometer. You can't see it now, but at night you'll see it. So that's what that's all about. Up here, if you want to turn the dash light on, there's a little switch underneath. Okay, you got amp gauge, of course. It's set, I have it set fairly low because you really don't need to run a lot of power. Some of them pull way over here into 12 amps or so, but I think I have this set at about 6 or 8, which is plenty. So the key, there's, oh, this is your light switch too. So this side is dim, right there it says dim. See it, dim? And then this side is the bright. You can see the amp gauge, how it goes. Okay, so the key, the slot of the key, let me get it here. Okay, one side of the key is flat, like this side, and the other side has the slot. So the slot goes, it'll only go in one way. So slot to the driver's side. Now these old switches, bear in mind, they're 100 years old. So the contacts are quite good on the inside, but they often go past where they should be. So you turn it to battery, and you want to come back here and look at the, see, there's your mileage too, 468 miles. You want to be sure that that's on before you start to drive it, because see, I'll play with the switch over here. See how it blinks on and off? When I do this, it'll blink on and off. So just be sure before you try to start it, just be sure that that light is on. I didn't do that right. See, there it's off, and there it's on. Okay, and once it's in that on position up here, it won't cut out on you. The contacts are very good, like I said. So it's just a matter of getting it dead center on the contact up here. Okay. What else? Well, we could run through the starting, I guess. I'll write this all down too. Let me hop in here. So starting, just remember to turn on the gas first. Be sure your floor switch is on down there. And when you start this thing, be sure, let's go back here. On the right side, of course, is your spark advance. Now this has a distributor, so there see that little screw right there. Okay, so that is the maximum that it'll let you advance. Forward on the old commutator, let me open this door, it's a little warm in here. Okay, there we go. On the old commutators, forward lets you go all the way down here for full advance, but on the distributor, that is full advance right there. So when you start the car, always remember all the way up. All the way up. Never fail on that, because if you're down here and you try to start, and invariably you probably will do that someday, but when you hit that starter, you can hear the engine wanting to kick back. And if it kicks back, you could break your Bendix in the starter. You don't want to do that. So anyway, all the way up. Key on. make sure you have power. And down here is the lever that we were talking about. So remember the clutch down here. Let's see if I can get a good picture of it. Is 3 positions. Okay, so right now it's up in high. You'll feel it when it goes to neutral down here. It will. You can feel kind of a little resistance. And if you go all the way down, that's low, and back, you will feel that resistance. It's a nice feel to the neutral. It's neutral, and of course, high. Okay, so, and that's that spacing that I told you about. See how the pedals, see that room right here? Which is nice because it was so tight. This is how Ford had them. See how tight that is? This guy over here was equally as tight over here. So I put the clutch pedal over so you have lots of room. So when you're on the pedal here, see your other shoe has lots of room, because I have a wide width too. See how much room you have back and forth? Quite a bit between the brake and the other. Okay. So back to this brake. So you pull back on the handle, and this is that what I was telling you about the squeeze. You can go like this. See here it click, but it's not good on the little prowl underneath that engages the clicker. To keep doing that, it will round it off, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep that nice sharp edge so that it has good holding power. So squeeze in on the handle, and then you can bring it up, and again you will feel it when it starts to go into neutral. There's a definite stop there. So just back maybe an inch more, and if you let it go right there, it'll be in neutral. And if you come back all the way, let's see if we can see that. If you come back all the way, then it will engage the brake. So again, all the way back, you'll feel it right there where it starts, and then right just about an inch, just let go of the handle and it'll engage for you. And then if you come all the way back to brake, make it tight. That's where you want to start. Okay, now you can start it without touching any pedals, because it's in brake and it's in neutral. So just hit the floor starter with your heel. I won't start it right now because I'm in the garage and the garage door is closed, and I don't want to asphyxiate myself here. So, and then once it starts, you want to come back here. Oh, before you do that, maybe the gas down about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 notches. Probably 5 is better. Even 6, okay? And then all the way up. Pull out your, if it's cold, pull your choke all the way up, and then hit the starter. And it'll go around maybe 2-3 times, and let go of the choke, because you don't want to flood it. And then crank it again with your foot, and it should fire right up. It starts very easily. Now when it's warm, you don't need any choke at all. You just, retard, gas down a little bit. Make sure your switch is on, of course, and you got a light, and hit the switch, and it'll go boom. It'll start right away. So when it starts, just back off your gas. When it's cold, you'll have to play with it. You might have to bring a little bit of choke, depending on how cold it is outside. But you won't have to go to full choke, because if you full choke over here, then it'll probably sputter out and you flooded it. So, and as soon as it starts to bring this down over here, so you can bring it down, it likes to run, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It likes to run right about there when you can see See the top of the screw, and you can see one full line, and then it's writing on the next line. But you'll get the feel. You'll hear the engine. If you go back too far this way, it'll slow down. And if you go back to full advance, which you really never want to do, you can hear the engine actually labor because the spark is happening too quickly. So just bring it back. You want to run about right there all the time. It'll be fine. The only time you want to change this is if you're in high gear and you're coming up on a steep hill and the engine goes back. The engine goes back, is starting to labor a little bit. You want to just lessen this a little bit and let the pressure off the engine. You might have to go back to like there until you reach the top of the hill. But never, 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 ever, ever lug the engine. I mean, don't just open this thing wide open and let the engine go down too far. You can go wide open, that's no problem, as long as your engine speed is up there. But as soon as you hear that engine, it's maybe about 500 RPM, that's when you have to back it off and go back down here into low gear. Okay, so enough, I think, of that. I think I've covered that okay. Again, you can call me at any time if you run into problems. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here because it's going up too far and I don't know if I can transfer that much material in one video. But we'll try.